One thing is true, we made it to Ireland, and I am almost finished that first golf course on the list. We're moving pretty slow out here, but nonetheless, we're out here getting a course in on the first day on a red eye, walking to the course, walking the course. You got to do what you got to do, and that's what we're doing on this channel. Subscribe for more. And for the first course on the list, we went to Leopardstown Golf Centre. We wanted to make sure we went to hit a full center just in case there's a driving range that looked incredible. So we'll go through a little bit of the history of this golf course. You can see it's unique off the bat off Google Maps. Of course, we walked there from the train station, accessible from Dublin. So if you're staying in Dublin, just look at a train map and which one goes down to that area, the L line. Now, walking into the course, right off the bat, we noticed that this might be a private golf course. Just like in America, you got private golf courses you can't play. And typically, you would see a sign jumping off the bat like this right here. Private property, you don't belong here. Even a security check at this one. Well, let's give it a try. And then walk this far to get turned around. And it's a long walk just to get there. You have to give it a shot. There's clearly a driving range that's affordable. There's some rates online, so there was a little bit of homework going into this golf course. There's a racetrack around it that was the selling point to at least make it the first attempt golf course on this list. So let's check in and get our tee time. How are you, sir? I was wondering if there's any availabilities for 9 holes.
For yourself?
Yeah, just me.
Yeah.
I never played here, so I was really banking on it.
No, you can do.
Just off the bat, they start us off at number 1, which was a nice little par 3. The course plays short at 68 par. The course is only 5,195 yards. Not the best start to get us off on this channel, but it's a busy one. There's a lot of people playing it, and we were just lucky to get out there. There's a lot of information about this golf course that you're going to look forward to in this video. We're going to go through the history of it because it was built in 1965 and has a little bit of history. But most importantly, the next era of golf happening here, with the Microsoft building being just across the street. You can see it almost in every one of the shots, and the racetrack surrounding it. It makes for an incredible golf game if you don't spray the ball. But at Leopardstown Golf Centre, it has been a premier and important aspect for Irish golf since the 1960s, when it was constructed by golf architect and one of the famous fathers of figures of golf in modern era, and acknowledged as one of the best and the finest teachers in golf world, John Jacobs. Now there's a lot of other interesting things happening here, like the race course, which is considered to be an international hub for horse racing. And then you have the driving range, which is also arguably maybe the best driving range in Dublin for picturesque standpoints. You take a look at that right here. Now off the bat, this course has a lot to offer in regards to the price range. We just went out there, snuck in 9 for 18 euros. It could probably only go to 45. We're going to give you that price range right now. On the weekends, the course goes for 22 euros. And there's 18 euros for the week middays. And that's the time we went, so there's really no difference if we were to play 18, but we got to get back, and the time was a little pushy for us here. But nonetheless, it was a great golf course to get out and get some footage. You can see right off the bat, there's the Microsoft building. They take pretty good care of the bunkers. You can find yourself in most of them because they're right off the green. They have tight putting surfaces to give absolute no opportunities to say that you had a bad round, because the putting surfaces were pretty clean. If you were looking to challenge your golf game at this course, I'd recommend playing from those back tees, stretching it to a par 71. And some of the holes, like the par 5, are only 408 yards, so with a good drive you're really right there. But it's a little narrow, and for the most part, I would say there's a lot of opportunities to score well at this golf course if you get out and play. All in all, the course plays right from those back tees about 5,100 yards still. For the most part, the tee boxes were in good shape. The fairways were tight. I would give a rating of this golf course if it's worth it at the end of it. But for the most part, it held pretty well with the historical racetrack around it. Its Google Map accessibility of, wow, I played that course right there. You can see it from Google Maps. It might be the course for you. If you're trying to, you're in Dublin, you're trying to go down on the subway line, this might be right. It's not that far of a walk, maybe a mile and a half. You can only have to walk it. There's Ubers and other transportation, but it's a nice day. You might want to walk out there. Fortunately, you're going to have to walk this golf course because they don't have buggies. Selling points at this would be the driving range at this course. Rates at the course: driving range for a small bucket's 13 euros, for a medium bucket 14 euros, and for a large bucket 15 euros. Pretty reasonable if you don't break your camera along the way. And that's something we almost did on the first hole, and we had to take a look just to make sure we didn't throw away this whole trip. But unfortunately for us, we were able to get 9 more golf courses in a span of just a few days, maybe a couple weeks, who knows. But for the most part, it was a great golf course to get out there. Not a lot of tees to pick up like you would in America, and there was zero trash on the golf course in comparison to other golf courses we just played before we got there, like this one right here. For the most part, the course was an incredible experience to get out there and play. We were very fortunate to get some good footage of this one along the way. Right off the bat, you can get that Microsoft building, and that's going to be the next era of golf, and I suspect this course might be a little bit harder to play down the road. Being the first time golfing international and getting off a red line that night, for the most part, it was a little bit challenging to play this course. I wouldn't say that the course was challenging at all. If you were loose, you were getting out there, you could play well, but for the most part, exhaustion, confusion, and also just not really understanding the layout of this golf course very well, and most of the holes being 200, maybe 300 yards, you got an opportunity to drive right up on someone, and that was the last thing you wanted to do as a solo golfer, which we were paired up with no one. They recommend us that we go out. There was a group behind us that wasn't really pushing us. We were flying through the golf course because it's only 5,000 yards, really not that far. Putting surfaces were great. I mean, there's no excuse. I can't complain. There was definitely some putts made. There was some putts missed, but for the most part, you get caught up. Yeah, I recommend that this course is a really busy course. You're not going to get a tee time if you expect to play in the morning time. In the afternoon, more likely than not, you'll be able to get out there and play with absolutely no problem. The driving range is something that you're probably going to want to go and take a look at, even if you're not playing the course. Being the racetrack around it, it just seemed like a great destination to start us off on the list as we continue to play more golf courses within the Dublin area, and we even venture out of Dublin in some of the other courses. We were able to play 9 more courses, so I recommend you stick along and take a look at some of the other videos throughout Dublin. We targeted golf courses within the public transportation line so that we were trying to get the most bang for our buck and hopefully spend most of that money within the restaurant located at that golf course. And one thing we did here is we asked if they had some sort of restaurant. They do, but they didn't have what we wanted. We were looking for a quick hot dog. It might have been a little bit too American, and they pushed us right out the way. Fortunate for us, we were able to find a great fish and chip place on the way back. We're going to spare you that footage because for the most part, we want to show you some footage of the golf course. But the most important thing out of this golf course is you're going to be waiting on some of the holes. If you want to be a fast golfer, but for the most part, that's not going to be the case here at this course. We were happy
in all, this course is in fantastic shape. Look at these bunkers. Now, granted, they haven't been ranked, but sometimes the trip can get you so tired you just want to take a sleep on the course because people are going so slow. Not getting 2 in today. Could have. Probably shouldn't even got 1 in. Still got to get back. That's going to get interesting. It's going to get real interesting. They're not moving. It's a par 4. Only 260. I mean, it's reachable. So we're just sitting for a while now. I'm not going to hit driver. Yeah, you get through with this, sometimes you get so tired you don't know what to do. You know, you're just trying to find good golf. You just want to make sure you enjoy it. That's the most important thing. And that's what we try to do on this channel. We try to find good golf, and we try to enjoy it. We don't get too caught up in the politics of golf and what we need to be doing. We're just being real and having fun with it. That's what Twilight Golfer's all about, and that's what we're here to bring you. Officially, we're World Twilight Golfer with the international travel here on this nice golf course. As we continue to hit bombs, stick with us. We're going to constantly hit more countries, and we're going to be playing more golf throughout the year. It's World Twilight Golfer. Stick around.
If you've played this golf course, if you're looking to play this golf course, if you're excited to play this golf course, let us know down in the comment section below. We want to make sure that this course is going in the right direction, and our prediction is that this course might be a really good gem of a course down the road. So let us know down in that comment section, and most importantly, as we continue to go through some of these holes, it's important to note that these are the courses we're trying to target. These affordable fun courses throughout most of these cities. And sometimes we don't really want to talk about them, but for the most part we don't want to fall down on the opportunity of getting some footage. We're showing you raw footage of those courses. We're not getting paid from other courses. We're not biased towards other courses. Going down the line, showing those courses. If we're off a day and you're trying to play golf, you're not trying to lose $100, $150. Maybe you're trying to find affordable golf courses on your trips. This would be the channel for you, a blue collar type golf channel. Finally, we're not being sold out by corporations. We're just showing you fun, affordable golf in a hobby-based attempt for entertainment. But most importantly, we're getting you that good footage of some incredible golf courses like this racetrack course here. Most importantly, we played so much golf in Ireland, we can actually create some sort of rubric to rate some of the courses, and that's exciting because this course we're asking if it's worth it at the end of the video, and we're here moving towards the end. We're not going to waste any more time. In regards to a score, I would give this one a 6.8. Not moving it over to a 7. It felt like even an 8 when you were there, but confusion, tiredness, other things played a huge factor in pushing it down to the 6 range, which I think it belonged in. Also, some recommendations from other people didn't think that this was the course that I should have spent our time on, but most importantly, I think it built a foundation of interesting golf, and most importantly, affordable golf. 18 euros, you can't go wrong. For 18 euros, you're going to be expected to wait on some of the holes. It's just happens everywhere. If you're only spending $20 on a golf course, you get what you pay for. But for this one, at least a beautiful racetrack next to it makes it a unique opportunity to go out and putt a few golf holes. For the most part, I put this one again at the 6.8 range, but if you're traveling, you might even want to put it at an 8. But for the sake of just affordable golf, fun golf, in my rubric system, a 6.8 is pretty high for this type of golf course. But it's great. It's a good golf course. Most importantly, keep a lookout for other videos to come. We got 9 more of our golf courses. We got 3,000 fans so far, which is amazing as we continue to play more golf throughout the world. And we're also targeting other international hotspots. So let us know down below if you're thinking about a golf trip. Most importantly, we're moving into other phases of this videos and channel, and we want you to stick around. So if you haven't subscribed, because we're going to be hitting ending golf holes like this one here on the 9th hole, which brings you right back to that clubhouse. We sure had a long walk back to the train station, but everything worked out proper and cheerful. It was a wonderful experience, and thank you so much, Leopardstown Golf Centre, for hosting Twilight Golfer, and now officially World Twilight Golfer, as we completed our first golf opportunity international.
Your best.
And there was no birdies, there was nothing special here. It was pretty disgusting golf to start us off. He had to pick up at the end. But just to get out there and get an opportunity to play this, and maybe even look at the next 9 holes that we actually paid for that should have played. Keep a lookout for more videos to come. This is Twilight Golfer, and all systems are go for golf.